live direct from the A&R studios. It's the Empire of Nerd podcast. Here's your host, the PokéTrooper.
Hey, thank you for the intro, lovely assistant. Welcome back. This is the Empire of Nerd podcast. I am your host, the PokéTrooper, and with me, as always, is my awesome co-host, Dr. Snake.
What's up, you guys?
And these are our faces. Look at this. Awesome, right, guys? What you've been asking for forever. This is what we look like.
Yes.
So, I don't know what else to tell you, but how have you been doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Was this a test?
No, this is the actual thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were going to test, but we just got too excited and we just jumped into it. So,
anyways. Yes, I'm good. I'm great. Just pretty much packing from all the stuff that I'm moving and stuff like that.
Right.
So, couldn't really, I just threw in this PlayStation shirt, some hat, and the way just put together, I guess, every morning.
Yeah, me. I came from work, so I just put my Star Wars shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, finally got my truck back. Cool. They don't know what it was. Transmission took a shit.
Wow.
And they just started replacing parts until they started working again. So let's see how long it lasts. I straight up asked the guy, so what's the chances of this happening again? Quote, word for word.
Wow.
Really, dude. That's what he did. I was like,
That's
okay,
what,
cool.
well, I was going to say the brand of the truck, but
Yeah,
hey,
no,
that's what they do at the dealership.
Yeah, they might still give us a sponsorship, so let's not badmouth them just yet. But anyways, let's get into some news. We got a bunch of news. It's going to be a news episode, kind of. We didn't really have a topic set up. So I hope you like our set. First of all, we have our nice Star Wars blankets on our couch. Sushi pillow that lovely assistant made. And this awesome backdrop that I know we got at least one comment on. So there you go. It's some cool, Halloween pinup chicks. So, all right, yeah. So let's get into the news.
All right.
First off, you didn't really read the Game of Thrones books, did you?
No, but I completely watched the TV show, but no books.
No. Okay. Well,
sorry.
If you're a fan of the books, you already know So GRR Martin, he went and he's technically still writing Winds of Winter. So he's been giving these updates here and there. Oh, it's going to come out this summer. It's going to come out next summer. It was supposed to finally drop this summer, but he's kind of like, he's dragging his feet, more or less. So he gave one new, it's got a website called notablog.com. So that's where he kind of gives his updates, this and that, blah, blah. So latest update is that it's going to be done next year. So we got our yearly it'll be done next year update.
Got you. So are the books going to be based off of?
Well, obviously the show's over. It went past the books.
Yep.
So they have his general outline of how it's supposed to end.
Okay.
Not necessarily how it gets to there. Obviously in the book there's some characters that are still alive, as opposed to the show, and vice versa. There's people dead in the books that are alive in the show.
Yeah, because
all that stuff.
I always actually wanted to find out what happened with Jon Snow when he leaves with the wildlings over the wall.
I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being like some kind of spin-off
I'll be down.
Books.
Dude, Jon Snow, man.
That was cool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty much like I said, we got our yearly update of it'll be next year. So hopefully it'll be next year. We'll see where that goes off.
2020 sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sucks.
So I will say, please forgive me if you see me looking at my phone. That's where I have all my notes. Okay, up next, dude. Just today, I seen this right at the end of I was getting off work. I know I shot you over on Facebook what it was. We finally got a teaser trailer, because they've been dropping teasing, I guess Easter eggs the whole time, of the new Call of Duty. So we're gonna be getting a new Call of Duty, obviously for the new generation of consoles, PS5, the Xbox, probably the Switch, I think. Okay, Snake.
There it is. See, even my ringtone's legit.
So even your phone's pretty excited for that. But dude, we're gonna get sued. But anyway, so it's gonna be for the next generation of consoles. Just announced today. And we're actually going to be getting the actual trailer next week, the 26th.
26th, yeah. So it's on a Wednesday, so that's going to be tough.
So we're going to try to do something for that, if we can. Well, we're still in the process of figuring it out. But, yeah, it's going to be called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So looking at the teaser trailer, it looks like it's going to be like maybe more espionage than actual action and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty cool. So it's gonna be a lot of like probably like secret agent stuff. I know there was a couple like missions like that in Modern Warfare. Like there's the one where you have to sneak through the town as a worker,
Yeah.
carrying the brick and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
so they we know they can do like sneaking missions and all that stuff. So we're gonna obviously it's probably gonna do that.
Yep.
That's gonna be the whole point of it. So
Yeah.
you gotta wait till I see. Like again, teaser trailer's out. It's called Know Your History, the Call of Duty Black Ops, and then 26 we're gonna get an official trailer. So we got to keep an eye out for that.
I'm actually really excited because the fact that of Call of Duty almost being a launch title for a console.
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever had that because I think it was, well, I'm sure we've had. No, the Xbox 360 had Call of Duty 2.
yeah,
So that was actually the one I actually bought when I got the 360. But I don't know. Like I do like Call of Duty. It's like almost like a sports game.
yeah,
Every year comes out every year. So hopefully, dude, I'm stoked.
yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, the thing is, you can always end up getting like the oversaturation. Like obviously on the PS4 era, we did have a bit of PS3, PS4 era, we had this saturation of Call of Duty. So it was like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then Modern Warfare 2,
Yeah.
and Modern Warfare 3. Then we got Black Ops, then Black Ops 2. Then we got like Infinite Warfare, and then what was the other one where they're in space? The one with Jon Snow.
Not Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, I think it was.
Advanced
no,
Warfare?
that might have been Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare.
So we had Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare,
Infinite Warfare, yeah.
and then we had, now we have Modern Warfare. We had actually the remake of the first Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4.
Yep.
And then now we're probably going to actually get a remake of Modern Warfare 2.
Toy?
So I think they did do the single player, right? The campaign.
They only did the campaign, but no multiplayer.
I'm sure they're going to do multiplayer. Yeah, they have to.
Dude, that was the best Call of Duty.
Yeah, pretty much.
The best Call of Duty.
That introduced the calling cards and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
That's going to be cool if they actually do the multiplayer for that. So pretty much it's kind of like you're guaranteed to get at least one or two Call of Duties per console.
Yeah.
And not even console cycle, but per console. So we know we're going to get the first PS5 and Xbox. We'll get like 2 Call of Duties. And then once the next ones come out, we'll get another Call of Duty.
Yep.
So it's almost a yearly thing now. There is a saturation of games sometimes. I know for Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare, I checked out. I was done. I couldn't do it.
Are you more of the Advanced War or the Old War?
Ah, dude. You know what? I grew up playing a lot of like the old Medal of Honor games. So
M16
I think
or M1 Grand?
M1. That dude, it was so clear cut who the bad guy was
Yeah.
in the 1940s, and now you have like all this like morally gray areas in the new ones, and it's like
Yeah.
it's cool, it's interesting, but it's like sometimes you just want like the bare bones, like that's the bad guy, go get him. So I'm definitely a fan of like the old war, World War II. You know what? What was it? World War One. What was that? That was the last Battlefield.
Battlefield?
Yeah.
Battlefield. Yeah.
Yeah.
World War One, and then they almost made a new game into it, but they just added expansions.
Yeah.
So they named it just differently for each expansion because
I
when I
feel
downloaded it, that's
surprisingly the World War One setting actually wasn't too bad.
no, it wasn't too bad.
It was. They could have easily just been like a bunch of just different trench warfare missions, which would have been cool for at least one. I know there was one where you have to like sneak back into your lines. I think. Right.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fun, but World War One is super like it's super easy to just get like stuck into like the trench. That's all it was back then. But they were able to switch it up. They had like the Lawrence of Arabia mission, and you're taking the train and all that stuff. So they actually really made it really really interesting. So I think they did a really good job with that one. I actually look forward to the day they remake Medal of Honor Frontline. That would be amazing.
Frontline was for the PS2.
Yeah.
PS2.
Even Rising Sun. Rising Sun wasn't that bad.
Oh, dude, Rising Sun was good.
My only complaint was that we went from I think 20 missions in Frontline to 7 in Rising Sun.
Wow.
You gotta think it was bigger levels and all that, but still it's from that to that it was like okay, but it was cool. It was interesting. But I mean, dude, the other big thing.
Give it to me.
So obviously, how far have you gone into Ghost of Tsushima?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay,
so many things going on.
So I'm at about. I just started the last. I think the last third of the act. So Act 3. So the way you can tell is like each part of the story opens up a new third of the map. So I'm like in the last third, so the furthest north you can go.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty sure I'm almost done, but hopefully we can finish it in time because we're actually gonna get some DLC, surprisingly, and it's multiplayer DLC. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, where'd my notes go? There we go. So, it's dropping in the fall. It's going to be called Ghost of Tsushima Legends. It's going to be a online multiplayer experience, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
It actually reminds me a lot of Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare.
Dude, even the costumes that they showed, 5 characters, right?
Yeah.
And dude, like the one with the long horn and
It
the guy with
looked
the fox mask, dude, that was legit.
just different
legit.
character designs look all great. Some very just like very standard Japanese fare, like you said, the fox mask. You know, I'll have like the one guy that just has like the most like
ridiculously just
huge horns. It looks awesome. You know.
Yeah.
As far as to like actual story of it, we don't know. We don't know if it's gonna be Jin, if it's gonna be him and his friends, or if it's gonna be 5 new samurai. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's gonna have to be dealing with like battling like either like the Oni, or maybe like I guess the equivalent of genies. They're called Jin as well. DJIN or JIN, I don't remember, but somewhere along the line. So it looks like something like Undead Nightmare. It's not just gonna be regular zombies. It looks like more supernatural oriented. So like, maybe like again like the Onis, the demons, things like that. Maybe some deities in there. It's gonna be really cool. So, going through the world, you actually find the shrines for the kami. So there's probably a good chance you're gonna run into a kami here and there. So that would be really interesting. And obviously, you're probably going to be able to unlock different costumes, and who knows how big the map's going to be. If they're going to give us the whole map to work with, or chunks of the map, we just got to see.
Yeah, because the game almost plays like God of War, and then so I would think by adding the multiplayer, I thought of Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
When you fought, when you were the soldier and as a first person, I think a soldier or like a person.
Mercenary.
And then there you go. And then you were almost like Sam Fisher, like the sneaky suit, but it was third person.
Yeah.
So. Not per se like if they're gonna actually do it first person or third person, but I think the multiplayer, I feel like that's how it's gonna play.
Yeah.
Like something like that with like obviously with like a splash of like a Tenchu in there. But
cool.
but I'm excited. I know I haven't played too much of the game though, but I'm actually, when I move in to my new place, I'm gonna have a couch, dude. You know how bad it feels just sitting on the edge of your bed.
Oh, I know, dude. I've played games at your house.
Your
before.
back is done. Your back is done. Anyways, but yeah. So I'm really stoked for that.
That's
really
gonna be cool.
For that.
That's gonna be really cool. Yeah. Honestly, I just hope that they do give us. It would be fun to do the whole map, but maybe just I would say, maybe do like kind of like mission section. So maybe just do a mission where it's just like the north, and then maybe a mission where it's just the whole south of the map, and then one of where it's all the central. Because I feel like if you just unleash. Even just for one person, that map's huge. For 5 people, it's still really big. It's a really big map. So it's like just to try to keep everybody together, moving in one direction. If you get 5 totally random people to play, they're going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any cohesion to what's going on, So I feel like you have to cut it down to a section of each map and just have everybody working in this area to complete the task.
Yep.
That's what's going to have to be.
Yep.
But I'm totally looking forward to it. Like I said, super big time Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just gonna be freaking awesome.
I'm still waiting for Undead Nightmare 2.
Oh, dude, if they did you know what? There's still a chance. I'm not gonna lie. They had, what was the last one they did? Was it the Hunters and Predators?
Yeah.
So there's still the fall. There's still a fall. We could still get Undead Nightmare 2.
That'd be dope.
That'd be really badass.
That'd be dope.
But then, see, that's the thing. So depending on where you're at in game,
Of
either
Redden?
Arthur, yeah,
Oh, Arthur. Or,
because you would have Arthur, or you would have
Wow.
John Marston.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like in that case, then it's like, well, then John Marston went through it once, and then he had to go through it again in the first Red Dead. So that's kind of the only thing where it kind of like,
What if you play? Well, a little spoiler, but I'm pretty sure this game's out for a while.
Yeah.
Play as Arthur dead.
That would be pretty interesting.
That's a
Not gonna
spin-off.
lie. Not gonna lie, that'd be
Dead
cool.
Arthur. I liked Arthur better than
Oh yeah, especially in the second one.
yeah.
John Marston was kind of like
John Marston was okay, you know,
he was
but,
alright.
but Arthur was like a father figure, like a father uncle figure.
Well, yeah, I
It's
mean
like you
that's
wanna
kind
keep
of
on, you know,
that's
playing.
kind of how he was for Jack in the game. Do you remember? He's the one that took Jack fishing and doing all
That's
this
right.
shit.
That's right. That's right.
And John Marston was usually busy off somewhere doing something else.
Yeah,
so.
doing some type of labor laws.
Hoodlum shit.
Hoodlum stuff. Hoodlums.
Some hoodlum shit. But yeah, I mean, so we're looking forward to that. That's going to be in the fall. Now, the other big announcement we got. We finally, hopefully for the last time,
That's a lot of finalies, man.
no more delays, finally got a release date for New Mutants. And that's actually going to drop August 28th. So, next week.
That's not bad. On
Next week.
on streaming, right?
In theaters. Believe it or not. It's going to be in theaters and IMAX.
Wow.
So the cool thing is possibly you might be able to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
So they just announced it maybe like a week or two ago. AMC is going to reopen, and they're going to reopen celebrating like I think so many years of being like movie theater business. 15-cent tickets.
No.
5 cent tickets.
If I want to die, I don't want to pay 15 cents. So my ass is staying home, watching that shit either on a fucking bootleg Amazon Fire Stick
Yeah.
or just
Fire Stick, dude, really? I just go meet up the little old man in like the Northgate parking lot, dude. Fuck
Dude.
it, dude.
Speaking of actually when they actually do like the pirates of like the Russian movies.
Oh.
I still remember I went to the Callejones, which is like the alleys in
in
like
LA.
in LA. They legit had Jurassic Park, The Lost. No, they what was the one with like the blue raptor? Well, there's two of them.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Was it Lost? No, not Lost World.
yeah, yes. So now, anyways, well, when
Yeah.
that new Jurassic Park wasn't a drop,
Jurassic World. Duh.
yeah. Duh.
Fuck.
So they literally had a copy of Jurassic World for $4, and that shit was 3 years at an advance.
Damn.
And I'm like, should I buy it? I'm like, no, I want a fucking hot dog.
Oh, shit.
So I bought a hot
About
dog.
to
instead
say, did you get in? Like
No,
all the
because I'm like-
dinosaurs were still green screen.
dude, but even if the movie was actually legit, how the fuck did they get it?
I don't know, dude.
It wasn't even filmed yet, dude.
That's hilarious, dude.
I don't know. I'm
But
very
I
fascinated
hope-
on
so,
pirates.
So our friend Burrito Supreme actually, I remember, got an advanced copy of one of the Hulk movies. I think the first one. And I remember laughing so hard because you'd be watching the movie and all of a sudden you get to this part where there's like no effects. It's just like a blank like backdrop or whatever. And then there would be scenes where it's like the freaking Hulk naked because they haven't like fully animated him. So it's like super smooth Hulk, no facial expression, and like these horrible looking pants. It was like, oh my god, dude.
I was wondering like who actually films those to put them in like in DVDs, like the raw.
Dude, they're stolen. Like
But
for the record, we don't condone piracy.
I hate bootlegs. I
Yeah.
hate bootlegs.
I
I want the
mean-
legit shit, the legit packaging, the final movie in general.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll buy a bootleg, but I don't condone piracy unless it's like stealing booty, drinking rum. Well, not rum, but if you're gonna be like a legit pirate sailing the high seas, I condone that.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah,
100%.
but at least be a legit butt pirate.
Oh God. Okay, moving on. Jeez. Not moving on. We got to get back to the original thing. So,
What was the original thing?
New Mutants coming
Oh,
out
yeah.
August 28th. So
Yeah.
again, we might be able to jump in on the 15-cent special that AMC is running, but it's finally finished. You know, it's going to be out in theaters and IMAX. So we got a lot to look forward to. One thing, I mean, it's gone through like, it's been like in development hell forever, dude.
Yeah.
Reshoots. No, we're not doing reshoots. We're rewriting the script. We had the original script, but we threw it away, so we made a new script. And then people were like, no, you know what? We made a trailer, and everybody likes the way the old script looks like. It turned out, so we got to do it all over again. So
Yeah.
now we're going to, in a sense, back closer to the original vision that the director
And it's
had.
like a dark mutants, right?
It's
dark
it's like
storytelling.
X-Men meets Freddy Krueger. It's actually very like horror movie inspired,
I'm down.
which sounds really interesting. It's gonna be the 5 characters, and they're gonna be obviously 5 teens. Their powers are barely like either they're barely showing or they're just learning how to use them, and they're locked up like in this asylum where they're being like studied, and so it's just kind of like them in the asylum, like just kind of running around doing all this stuff, and I don't think they really released any details much, but I mean, like I said, we finally have a release date. Hopefully, it doesn't get pushed back because it actually looks like a really great movie.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm still waiting for the new Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
That one
84,
and
that got pushed back to next year.
And Black Widow. I still want to see Black Widow, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they probably have a release date by then or not. But like how you said, like, even like last year, next year for Wonder Woman, two great films that were supposed to do good. Black Widow, I really wanted to be so good because it's her prelogue, or like of the actual character.
Yeah.
But
honestly, that's a movie we should have gotten a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That should have been out a couple years ago. I mean
Yeah.
I mean, like, Black Widow's such a cool character. She's a really interesting character.
Yeah, she's hot.
And I mean, Scarlett Johansson is smoking. So I mean, it's just like we should have got this movie a long time ago. The fans wanted it.
Yeah.
And we didn't get it. This would have been perfect for Phase 1. Phase 1 Marvel. But but I mean, I think from what I remember hearing, we're going to get the Black Widow movie on streaming, so Disney Plus.
Yep. And
we're also going to get the Mulan movie on streaming.
Oh, that's right, Mulan.
So I don't know if they released the dates yet. I'll have to double check. So get back to me on that, people. Yep. But yeah, New Mutants next week, dude. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's actually gonna get put out finally, or are they gonna delay one more time?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, the movie thing. I mean, like the theater move is kind of like still a little, sketchy for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I see. I mean, it's pretty much it's all stable now. It's all flatlining, I guess you would call that. But I don't think it'll be pushed back. I think it'll be still released, but in other platforms. Like, there's a choice for movie theaters or streaming. It's like how we were talking about, like with like the new Scoob movie.
Yeah.
It said, oh, enjoy it at your home theater, and then they probably have like a rent cost for like, say, $19.
Yeah.
And then probably like a month or two after that, they had it on Disney Plus or Disney Plus.
I mean, I don't see why that would be. Like that would actually be a pretty good idea. You have it out for video on demand, so obviously, pay-per-view, rent the movie. Say, I think on Amazon they're like $15-20.
Yeah.
And you get it for like a week, and you can watch it as many times as you want. Obviously, if you have a little kid. For movies like Scoob, they're gonna want to watch it over and over again.
Exactly. So I think people will actually make their money like that, or the company for the movies actually will make their money like that if they actually. So when you rent like a movie on PlayStation, it says right when you play it, you only have 24 hours to watch it again and again.
Yeah.
So, just watch it once, and then if some other people want to watch it too, then they just, I would say, buy it again.
Yeah.
That's money right there.
I mean, I think I would feel like. I would need to justify my money going towards Disney Plus as it is, so I would just wait for the streaming. Nowadays, it feels like you don't really have to pay to go watch the movie then and there. Obviously, no one's going to theaters. It's not going to be fun to go, wait up until midnight so you can stream the movie.
I had a dream that I went to the movie theater. I even forgot how it feels to go to the movie theater.
It's weird, dude.
Fuck.
The nicest ones I went was at was it Harkins?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they have something called the Cine One.
Cine One, yeah.
Nice reclining seats. You recline, nice leather. You can lay all the way back. I was almost laying flat and I was falling asleep. I was like, okay.
You were planking.
Yeah, dude. I had to sit up. Because I was falling asleep. But it's like, dude, they have the huge screen and they make it nice and fancy. They have like the old school curtains and they have them closed, and when the movie's starting, they open them up. The screen's there, huge screen, and then you look up. And literally the whole ceiling is just covered in like speakers.
It's like rows and rows.
So it's like anywhere you sit, it's gonna sound amazing.
Yeah.
But that was definitely worth a little bit extra money. I think it was like $3. And we saw Pikachu, Detective Pikachu. So yeah, I mean it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was worth it. So that was pretty cool. And there was like 4 of us in there.
When you said like a Mewtwo was all like bombing at the car.
Oh, shit was bad, dude.
Everywhere.
I gotta watch it, dude. The best sound, the part that sounded like where the sound just like blew you away was when they were escaping the lab. I think they're Torterra. They're like huge Torterra, and they're trying to they're escaping, and these Pokemon are just coming out of the ground.
Oh yeah.
And just reforming the land as they're like waking up and then moving and then falling back asleep.
Yeah.
And they're just jumping back and forth. And funny Easter egg in there actually. before we get back to our topic, funny Easter egg. Pikachu actually falls from like one to the other, and hits the rock or the ground. Either way, it's like an Easter egg as to why electric is weak to ground type. So I think it was like a little thing of dirt hit him in the head, and that's what knocked him out. So Easter egg for you guys if you haven't really paid attention or just don't really care.
I just watched the damn movie.
Anyways, so getting closer towards like I guess you can kind of say like our main theme of it. It's gonna be kind of like anime related. But AT&T was actually trying to sell their, I think it's Crunchyroll, right, that they own.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually trying to sell Crunchyroll to Sony for 1.5 billion with a B. And Sony said no. They're like, no, we don't want it. Like, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anime is huge.
Oh,
Anime
yeah.
is super huge.
Yeah.
But you have two of the things. You have Crunchyroll and Funimation. So obviously, categorizing of if they're not made under Funimation or by Crunchyroll, but
they're in a sense
they're
they're
not the
outsourced.
same.
They outsource them to do like the dubbing and then just put them on their streaming service. So
yeah,
that's how that works. So I guess AT&T was like, we're trying to get out of the business. Let's try to pawn it off on Sony. Sony obviously is going to want to jump in the game because who owns Funimation? HBO, right? Because a lot of that stuff. So a lot of that stuff's going into the HBO Max.
I don't know.
I believe so. I think that's how it works.
I don't know.
But yeah, so AT&T was trying to just pawn it off. They want
Yeah.
$1.5 billion. Sony said no. So now Crunchyroll's kind of. If I had honestly though, but if I had to choose, I wouldn't. If I were Sony, I wouldn't pay that much for. I definitely wouldn't pay that much for Crunchyroll.
I don't think it's worth it.
Crunchyroll's not.
Or
In my opinion, it's inferior to Funimation. The only thing is with either company you get, you're gonna get mostly like the mainstream stuff. You're not gonna get like the really niche animes that are out there sometimes.
Yeah, because even with two streaming services that I've gone back and forth, I've gone to, when I watched Attack on Titans, I went from Hulu to Funimation. Because I feel like some were dubbed, some were not, and then so I would try to figure myself out where I would want to see it. I mean, the quality of the video was like the exact same thing, but just certain episodes were available here and certain seasons too as well. So that's why I had to like pretty much back and forth.
I feel the reason it's like that because Netflix picked up Attack on Titan like right at the beginning.
Netflix too, yeah.
They were trying to jump in on the whole anime thing, because streaming anime is just the best thing ever now. But I'm pretty sure they were just trying to jump on it like, hey, let's get some anime on here.
Yeah.
Let's get this going. And they just kind of snatched up Attack on Titan when it was coming out. And so there weren't any dubs. And so Hulu, when it picks it up, you can usually find the dubs a year later. So, I mean, if you really don't mind reading the subs, you're good to go like within I think couple months. And then like maybe 6 months to a year later, boom, dubs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you don't mind waiting, ain't no thing. But, yeah, dude, I mean, I honestly, I love Hulu for anime.
Yeah,
They have majority of the Gundam on there. We're watching Food Wars, which is...
That's the one that you were like, yeah, the last time that we spoke, you said, watch it, and I'm like, okay, and then I completely over my head. Not just because I was forcing myself not to forget it, but I was just like, well, what was that? What was that?
That has to be my favorite my newest favorite anime. Okay. That is the funniest freaking show, and like you definitely can't watch it when people are around because they're gonna walk in on the wrong scene and just be like, what the hell are you watching? So it's like, watch it with the door locked, the lights off, the sound low. But
yeah. Wow.
But yeah, I love Food Wars. It's on Hulu. It sometimes it feels like it. But yeah, so Food Wars is on Hulu. I love watching Food Wars. Like I said, I love watching the Gundams on there. I was trying to watch Initial D, but I couldn't get into it.
That's kind of old. That's
an old one.
Yeah.
Dude. It's an old one. It's on there. It's a good one. Just not for me.
That's as old as Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that one. Obviously, the music's great. The same guy that did the music for Cowboy Bebop actually did Gundam Thunderbolt, so it's a lot of the same jazz and all that. Really cool.
Okay.
But anyways, back to our topic. So yeah, so they're trying to sell Crunchyroll, but then there's actually this new announcement coming out from Japan, and that actually a bunch of like the big anime companies, so like Toei, Kodansha, Nippon Animation, they're actually going to start their own YouTube channel. And they're actually going to stream all their animes on there for free.
YouTube is free.
Yep.
Or yeah.
Well, they got YouTube Red, YouTube TV,
That's right.
all the other stuff.
But then again,
But anyway, it's
majority
gonna be on the free side of YouTube, the side that everybody likes. So yeah, dude. I mean, this is a big game changer, dude. They're gonna, in a sense, it's kind of like once they start streaming their own stuff, what are they gonna need Crunchyroll and Funimation for? You know, and there's not really gonna be any reason for the other companies to keep them around, like HBO Max and all that. There's like, why do we want Funimation on here when, you know, Toei's gonna just put Dragon Ball on?
Yeah.
On
Well,
YouTube?
I'm pretty sure like on if they do that, they'll start buying each other's like anime shows to actually say, okay, we're gonna stream this.
Yeah.
But then we'll stream this. Then we'll stream this. So I'm pretty sure everybody will have its own fair share.
Yeah.
As to what you could stream,
You
almost
could.
like how Sony has the rights like for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's just like you have to watch this, but it's technically still another company's actually character's company. So you're buying yourself your own laws to see what you want to stream. I feel like that's what's gonna be.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. So like I said, it's gonna be. I mean, those aren't the only three companies that are going in on this thing. It's gonna be multiple companies. A lot of smaller studios too. But from the sounds of it, so currently it's Japan only right now. So I mean, I guess if you have like a VPN, you can just switch it to Japan, you know, a Japanese IP, and then you can stream it then.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, if you look up it's going to be called Animalog or Analog, whatever they're going to go with. So if you go onto the channel now, you try to watch something, it's going to tell you obviously like, oh, you know, this video is not available in your country or whatever the heck. But so down the line, obviously they're going to bring it. They haven't really announced when it's going to come to, like, you know, the US, China, South America, Europe, all that stuff. They haven't announced any of that yet. The first plans are for China and for the US, or at least North America in general. So they're going to have plans to start streaming stuff here. Now, the thing is, it's going to be original subtitles. So we know it's going to be the direct translations of what the characters are saying.
Oh,
Because, you know, sometimes they have to, the animes go through localization. That's why we
Yeah.
have Brock's Jelly Donuts. They're not rice,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's not even like it'll be like a word or two, but that word or two makes a difference.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the thing. So usually they'll want to try to localize it. So that's why I said, you know, instead of the rice ball, you get Jelly Donuts. Instead of like sushi, you get like hot dogs and popcorn and shit like that. They localize it just so it's a little more not necessarily digestible, but like I guess a little easier for us to like understand.
Yeah.
I mean, like if as a kid, if they had told you rice ball when you're watching Pokemon, you'd have been like,
Rice ball.
that was a rice ball. You hear
ball.
jelly donut, you know what a jelly donut is.
Yeah.
You know, we have that here.
Americanized type of thing.
So it's like, in a sense, that's what they're doing. So the companies are going to put this out. They're going to put their own subtitles. So we're going to get direct translation, which is nice. You know, it's not going to be localized or anything like that. The issue is they haven't announced anything about dubs. So as we know, that's where like Funimation and Crunchyroll come in. They have their dubbing studios. They contract these voice actors to come in to reshoot, and then obviously, you know, plenty of these people are really, really famous for all the stuff that they're doing in the shows. I mean, you have people like Vic Mignogna, you have oh geez, I'm drawing a blank. You have Monica Rial, you have what's his name, Vegeta.
Oh, the voice of Vegeta?
Yeah. Oh geez, I'm drawing a huge blank right now.
I just know he does Piccolo and All Might. So.
Yeah. So there you go. But
I forgot his name too.
But yeah, I mean that's where like
Young
all
Midoriya.
these voice actors come in, you know, and again they do great work. That's why Funimation hires them to come in and do all this stuff. So then it's kind of like, so what's going to happen with all that? So if Japan starts streaming their own anime on their own channel for free, what's going to keep people, you know, are they really going to want to continue paying $6 just to watch, you know, Dragon Ball in English when you can watch it in Japanese for free?
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, I guess I'm a sucker. Like, say for Demon Slayer, I think I'm stuck, hearing it Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
Reading it. I don't know where I actually saw. I think I saw either a trailer for the movie or something like that. But when they were talking English, I'm like, ooh, yeah,
Well,
sounds a little weird.
I think it's more like you're just used to that voice.
Yeah. So it can go back and forth if I want
That's
to sub or
like-
dub. So it just I guess depending on the way how I see the character, or even I guess probably the first time when I see it, if it's English, then I think I just stick to that.
Yeah.
But thing is, even Dragon Ball in Japanese sounds really cool.
It does, but it always throws me for a loop, dude, when I watch like old episodes of Dragon Ball Z in English as compared to Japanese, because you have the one in English, and you're so used to the way that Goku sounds, and then you go to Japanese, and then you hear who the original voice actor was actually a woman who did
Yeah.
Goku. So then you hear like, holy shit, like it's way more higher pitched. Doesn't sound as maybe as aggressive or as big as Goku would be.
Yeah.
So it just throws you for a loop. So it's like I understand the whole thing with like you said with like Demon Slayer, because you're so used to hearing it in one language, and when you hear like a whole new spin on it, you're like, holy shit, like
it
what's
doesn't
going
really
on
fit
here?
the character. I don't feel like the emotion of it. So I'm like, nah. I'll just give me the other version.
Yeah, I've burnt through the whole first season of Demon Slayer in Japanese, and it's like,
It's
like
shit.
I feel like
It's
you
my
can't.
ass.
I think it's just like so much of like the original culture of like Japan's own culture is ingrained into that show that it's like you can't really. It's like when I started playing Ghost of Tsushima, I started playing in Japanese with subtitles on, and it's like it's so perfect because it's like obviously it's a game set in Japan with Japanese people and also Mongolian people, so they had those people speaking Mongolian, Japanese people just speaking Japanese, so it was like it just fits so perfectly. And the only reason I switched back was because obviously you have those scenes where you're controlling your character walking through a field and they're talking, and it's like
That's why
I gotta read at the bottom of the screen what's going on, then I gotta look up and see where am I going. So that's the only reason I switched back.
That's how I wanted to play it too,
Yeah.
but that was what I was afraid of, to be like, okay.
Yeah, you're trying to keep your
All
one eye on
right.
each one,
Yeah,
and then you
so
start
it's-
feeling like you're going like this.
like
but,
fucking chameleon.
But I mean, that's not to say like the English voice actors aren't that great. They're great voice actors.
Yeah, they're great.
Fantastic voice actors, and I mean that's a lot more than I can say about like when you compare to like PS1, PS2 era JRPGs. Oh man, the one I hate the most just because of the voice acting has to be Final Fantasy X. That's so bad. Jeez, I refuse to play it. My
Wow.
my coworkers all about that freaking game, and I'm just like, God.
Part 10?
Part 10. It was a good game. Looked great, but the voice acting killed it for me. I was like, jeez.
I'm trying to think of
That's
one
not gonna
too that I
happen.
was very like. It just seemed very anime. That I was just like, what the fuck are they saying?
Yeah.
Can't think of one right now.
And you know what? And it's not to say it's only like Japanese games I do. It's there's games that are made in English that are really bad. I can't remember which game it is. It might have been one of the Elder Scrolls, or it might have been one of the. I can't quite recall. But there's a scene where you're talking to him. You can look it up on YouTube and you'll find the clip. It's a piece of video where you're having dialogue with this character, and it's like you hear her talking, and then mid sentence she goes, "Oh, hold on, let me try that again," and you hear some paper ruffling, and then she repeats the line. They didn't cut out the first part of the try, I guess, the first try of dialogue. Dude, how freaking bad is that? It's like, oh
Yeah.
man, really? Like,
Yeah.
that's not good. But anyways, back to our topic. Like I said, we love to bunny trail off this thing. Like, dude, what kind of like series would you like to see come to YouTube for analog?
Oh man, for analog, I don't know. I would say I would still stick with the ones I've personally seen. I mean, even like Full Metal Alchemist. will also be a good one too to actually continue it and or to even just rewatch shows that I haven't personally seen or just been really lazy to put a DVD inside. I'm a sucker as if you're watching something and I just like come to the actual room and I just sit down, I'm like, damn, like, okay, hey, what's this about?
Yeah.
You know,
and
then
you just get sucked into it.
Yeah. So I feel like I naturally just do that instead of like, let me get up. Here's a DVD. And
So sorry if you notice a weird cut right there. We actually hit the maximum recording limit of our video here. So
snip.
we're still, obviously this is our first one like this. So give us time to get used to it.
Please.
We'll get it better soon. But like I was just saying, I know I'm guilty of doing the same thing. I'll find something on Netflix and be like, oh, I have it on Blu-ray, but it's on Netflix, so I'll play it on Netflix and I get lazy, dude. So, but I mean, yeah, like I said, honest for me. I mean, yeah, I would like to watch, again, maybe put Dragon Ball in there, maybe put Attack on Titan, things like that. But it's like I would want to see like the more niche things, like the more like random shit you don't find.
So like the indie stuff.
Yeah, like just to have more exposure, because like I said, with Funimation and Crunchyroll, you don't always get like that, like the hidden gems, Every so often, maybe one will pop up on Netflix, and it does really great, It's like you kind of got to take that chance on it. But I feel with this, they're able to do that. They'll be able to put, the more like hidden gems and stuff up there. So that's my big hope for this new channel. So again, it's going to be called Analog. Or Anime Log, whatever name they end up, sticking with.
Which is good. It was a pretty good name.
Analog. Yeah, it's not bad. So that, like I said, right now they don't quite have anything up yet. They're planning on launching with a couple fairly well-known animes. But again, maybe hopefully soon they'll be putting it over here into the States or in Europe or wherever you might be.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments what kind of shows that you want to watch on that shit on there. Like stumble over on that shit. No, not on that shit. But what kind of shows that you want to watch on their channel?
Yeah.
Do you want to watch the regular stuff, Dragon Ball Z and My Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note? Oh, Death Note would be good.
Yeah, or even give me the international versions of American versions. Give me like the international version of like the Power Rangers.
That would be cool.
Or give me like the Beetleborgs. I don't know.
Some of the original Super Sentai series.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
So then something like that is actually that we've piggybacked, and that or America has piggybacked to actually make it into an American show that is originally based from internationally. I want to see those.
That would be great.
I want to see those type of shows.
That would be really cool. Yeah, I mean that's what I would want to do. But, anyways, cool. Let's cut it there.
That's it.
So we can start.
That's it, kids.
Editing this and hopefully make it a little smoother. Like I said, I apologize for that weird jump cut we're gonna have. So, the usual stuff. Like the video, comment, subscribe, share it. Share it because we see our faces now. And also make sure in the comments you let us know what you guys think of this video. Tell us like how can we fix it besides some editing and all that stuff, blah blah blah. Let us know how it's gonna work. Let us know what you guys think. Also, another announcement. Dr. Snake has mentioned this. He's moving this week.
But I'm not far, but I am moving. So we won't be this back, side by side. So it'll be more personal.
Yeah.
And it'll be pretty much just like a webcam, but it will work. It will definitely work.
We're going to take maybe a week or two off. Hopefully not that long. Well, hopefully just a week. Dr. Snake's going to get settled in his new place, get his internet up and running, get the, the bunny ears set up on the TVs and get a nice clear signal. And we're going to try to get something like either Zoom or something, and we'll try to get it recorded so we can continue to entertain you. At least I hope we're entertaining you guys. At this point, I don't know. But, so hope you enjoy seeing our faces. We did originally set a goal of, 100 subscribers? We're just over a quarter of the way there, 26 subscribers. And I think 2 of those don't really count, so that's us.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy the show, guys. Hope you enjoyed seeing us. Like I said, most likely we're not going to be doing this too often. There'll be more, you know, video cam and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, obviously, chances we can get, we're going to do this again.
Yeah.
We will have episodes where it'll be us sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, probably when he gets kicked out of his house because Batgirl's mad at him for another reason or another.
Possibilities are always great.
Yeah, I got a couch, dude. We're sitting on it. You can always crash it. But, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. This was our first face reveal, I guess you can call it.
Well, bam.
I don't know how there'd be another face reveal, but
I don't know.
this is our first episode with our faces, more or less. That's what I'm trying to say. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hopefully, you guys could actually put the voices now too.
Oh, I know, yeah.
You know, I'm a smaller guy. He's a bigger guy. Huh?
But you know what's funny, actually? Real quick before we sign off, Lily's assistant was talking to me. Her sister was talking to her on the phone, and one of the first episodes, she was like, "Oh yeah, like I didn't know, like this and that, blah blah. Like that's really amazing. Like I didn't know he was an artist and this and that. He was actually that's the other guy.
It was me. It was me.
So it's pretty funny. So now you guys know who's who. I'm the guy that plays music. He's the guy that plays with himself.
Stroking the strokes.
Oh man.
Stroking the strokes.
Anyways, this has been the Empire Nerd Podcast. I'm the PokéTrooper.
Dr. Snakos.
Smell you later, nerds.